Happy is madness indeed in the 7th consecutive semi-final of the Rising Star Cups. He could become, I won't do it, the 7-time champion in a row.
Oh, I was looking forward to it.
Not yet, not yet. Some suspense, Remo, some suspense. He's facing HawK. They have met in the grand final before. A best of 5 was a little too much for HawK, but he took maps off of Happy before in a very convincing way, I would say. So, what HawK will we see here now? The odds are insane. 82% versus human, 82% versus HawK. According to this, there's not much chance for HawK. But this must be the #1 practice goal to finally kick off Happy off this Rising Star throne. Will it happen today in the semis already? Definitely the toughest task for Happy today so far. We have the Emperor in the upper right, the Rising Star Cup champion, versus HawK in the bottom left. We saw in Amazonia.
Yeah, HawK seemingly had been a little desperate against Happy specifically for a while, saying that he can't beat him, saying multiple times that Undead is also too strong in this matchup. But last week in the HUYA Super League, what Infi achieved, the 3-0 there versus Happy in the grand final, I feel like that was a glimpse of hope once again for many humans out there to see that it certainly is hard, but it's not impossible to beat Happy. Infi there played extremely well, rock solid defense, and then breaking Happy's neck with tanks in the late game. Now, HawK has had his own specific style for a while. That was the tier 3 1-base inner fire rifle style. But I think he's going to switch it up. I think he's going to expand, actually.
Okay, I haven't seen HawK play tanks in a long time. Lightning Shield triggered on purpose to fasten up this creep. Happy is not aggressive. No deny. HawK takes good care of this Acolyte because Happy and 120 are notoriously famous for stealing these last hits. HawK moves the Archmage away, and that's a pretty fast level 2, including the Acolyte, so he doesn't even need this little green camp. Happy on the other side, getting a Cloak of Shadows. Like, for AZ, we've seen so many great Happy rushes to punish this laboratory camp. Not here.
Yeah, normally nowadays it is the standard for quite a while, even for Happy, to creep one camp to start with. And it used to be the other camp on the other side, the troll camp there, but there oftentimes humans would go for an AM harass. Oh, Militia, looking for the surround. Happy gets a level 2 with a water element last hit, with that the aura, and with that more move speed. And skeletons in the main. This is how he destroyed Sok in their semi-final, quarter-final match, something like that.
Yeah, and HawK must know, this is not allowed. Like, he can't allow this to happen more times, but since he's not teching, he's already taking time off the expansion. Happy's teching in the meantime. Great early for the Undead. More skeletons, gets another kill. Yeah, this hurts so bad.
This is a big expansion delay, HawK. And here you can see, skipping Arcane in the main, a danger.
Yeah.
You can get punished for that, and that's absolutely happening.
Thank you very much, Schmoozly, for the 17-month resub, and Yebe for the 5-month resub. Thanks for casting, guys. Thanks for the support.
So off we go. How much can Happy do here? He shouldn't be able to do too much, but this is Happy, so we'll see.
Didn't get anything just yet. 3 peasants about to die, though. Here's number 1.
Yeah, the Water Elemental isn't tanking the Rock Golem. This is far from ideal. Only now the Water Elemental starts to.
Happy got something. I think another peasant. And most likely a third one. Fiend is bringing in some damage. HawK gets level 3. Alright. Coil secures the Trapper and another kill on the peasant. Happy super low with his DK. Has to retreat sooner or later, but this is a 4-minute 40 start of an expansion with 3 peasants. Late.
Expansion delayed with the early Acolyte skeleton harass in the main, and then 4 peasants killed at the expo because HawK didn't position his water elemental properly. That was honestly the human's mistake. And Happy, of course, punishes it as he always does. Now tier 2 is finished. for the Undead Master. Lich is coming, Slaughterhouse coming. It is the standard, of course, as this is Happy playing. More subs coming in, thank you. Fuck yeah, dude, and Chip for the subs.
Yeah,
and
pretty much at the same time. Thanks a lot. So, more right clicks, 2 fiends, couple more skeletons, but Happy should not allow too many hits on his DK. Of course, he wants to kill the towers to prevent this arcane, so he can continue to harass with the skeletons, which works nicely. Decent juggling with this peasant, saving it for now.
I feel like I keep on seeing this over and over on AZ. Humans finish the natural, and then they go to creep the camp that's next to it pretty much, and then they keep on losing peasants. Unwilling to sit defensively and turtle a little. And once again, the human, in this case HawK, gets punished. Arcane cancelled, that is really problematic if it doesn't get remade. And more peasants lost.
Oh, Lich now, and the footies are chasing this DK. This is a pretty much perfect situation for a Nova, but wants to save it for the peasants.
Yeah, and now we can swap the rod around. Wait, Happy didn't go for a new rod? That's quite surprising.
I feel like I've heard this before. Here's the Nova, only hitting 1. Ah, 2. 6-footman now. Should be able to defend this rather soon, but sweet. Nova again. Happy in full control.
HawK is teching at least, and is not too far behind Happy's tech. And he's got a shredder now as well, so lumber issues will be a thing of the past very soon.
2 fiends hurt. Needs the statue, needs to wait a little. Tech is at 1/3. Can he hold on for so long? Lots of HP on this Archmage. Should be tanky enough. Thank you, Radiant AG, for the 20-month resub. 2 more weeks until Reforged. Hope you guys are ready. We're still waiting for a new machine, but apart from that, it's okay.
Did you order one already?
Yeah.
Nice. Does it have a Ryzing processor?
Absolutely.
Of course it does.
Good bang for your buck.
So, HawK, close to level 4 now. Kept on creeping a little bit. But the footies don't seem to have defend yet, which is a problem. It's only coming in now. This is a little bit late here by HawK. Bit of greed. Is it gonna get punished?
Subtrain continues. Thank you, Rice, for the 27-month resub. Coil is in time, unlike the Undead mirrors against 120 that we've seen on Netties. The ping is like 3 times better here on Battle.net for him. So the coils do arrive in time.
Defend finally finishes, but now there's only 2 footies left. This defend, quite simply, was way too late.
Yeah. Giving up too much. There's another Nova now. And a coil. Yeah. Yet. Now.
Yeah. And this is really scary now for HawK. Coil Nova, 10 HP!
Calculated.
Big healing, thank goodness. Yeah, this is the big undead power spike. This is the first really scary point of the game. 2 statues, 4 to 5 fiends. At this point, you're supposed to have high footy numbers to buy you time for the later tech, but the footmen already have all fallen.
Yes.
Almost, at least.
Choo-choo. Subtrain. Thank you, Gold Graber, for the 2-month resub. B2W Wolfies. Not today no more, no.
All the WCs have been eliminated, unfortunately. We have tier 3 coming in for HawK. Mountain King on the way. Honestly, HawK is doing a really good job holding on with how few footmen he has.
Yes, that is absolutely correct.
Oh, but the main looking mighty exposed. HawK going for a desperate wall off. But that might not be in time. That's the easiest destroyer mob of all time.
1 tower. That's it. 5 fiends. 4 fiends. Easy kill. So, Mountain King, you need to work some magic, but there's a coil and there's a Nova. Archmage looking mighty exposed as a potion as well. What's the target? That's the target. Okay, potion. That was a little too easy, I feel.
But the towers are far from done. These are super easy cancels. Even the fiends are in range. That's the main, absolutely exposed. Destroyers can dive in there easily.
Did Happy lose a unit?
Not yet.
Holy smokes. Our peasants fall close to level 4. Archmage for more mana. HawK trying to threaten a fiend kill, but this isn't it. Yeah, first unit killed. 10 minutes 20.
And the Lich still too hurt to return to the fight, so this could be the next kill, perhaps. Oh, here comes the Lich, though. Staying very far away from this MK. Another Fiend falls, but the Mountain King looking to be in trouble. Throws out one more Stormbolt, but he is gonna die. To Frostmourne as it's hungry, as always.
Yeah. And now, what? Level 2 coil on the way, maybe. Needs a couple of more shots, or just go for the economy. So many peasants died again. Hello, level 4. Not a single tower remaining. Here's the coil. Here's the healthy Lich.
There's not even any peasants in the main, so Happy can easily dive in here. The militia call wouldn't be scary. MK is dead. Paladin stuck behind. And the main base income will be eradicated here in no time.
Oh, even the pit lord late coil. Whew, okay.
How good have these gauntlets been for the AM, by the way?
Yeah, lifesaver.
Gauntlets, real good.
Ooh, thank you Red Bull for the 2-month resub.
Is that the real Red Bull?
And that is the real Red Bull.
My goodness.
I feel like I could use some of your products in a couple of minutes, to be honest.
Coke Gaming? Going for the altar. Flying machines coming in. No web yet for Happy, apparently. But also no pally for HawK. And Happy's just standing there. He's making use of the human wall off now for himself. It's how are you gonna engage into these fiends?
The pit lord is such a big bad booty daddy.
And as I learned earlier, the 4th highest right click in the game on level 1.
The pit lord.
Yeah. And number 5 is the Crypt Lord. My personal favorite.
All very slow though. HawK is trying to hold on, trying to wait for knights and gyros. He does have a good amount of gyros, but there's web. Not too much room to kite the whoa. This one destroyer vanishes. But what if the destroyers are gone?
Yeah, HawK may take out the air, but how is he gonna deal with the ground? That is the bigger problem for him. MK is level 2. Call to arms for 2 peasants. That is the saddest call to arms I've seen in a long while.
Not answered. Not answered. Okay, 16 supply down. Happy even saving this fiend. No Stormbolt anymore for a surprise bolt.
Paladin is severely lacking. MK, does he at least get the fiend? He does. Well, that's a trade Happy gladly takes. AM, is he gonna die finally? Are the gauntlets gonna save him now? Statue block coming in. Needs to TP to the expansion, but that's once again the main exposed. Peasants up for the slaughter.
Yeah, 2 bases no more. Flying machine bombs now to have something on the ground.
Yeah. That early game just was not good enough.
Yeah.
If your expo is so delayed, if you lose so many peasants, if you lose so much time in the main, Happy won't allow that to work out in the later stages.
Not even the statue is really threatened by these flying machines. And that says a lot.
Yeah, so many gyros dying. They are only 1 supply units, but if they die so fast, it is quite a severe loss.
Took him forever to take out 1 statue. 60% of them died. Pit Lord level 2.5. Arriving here with 0 XP.
He dropped his items on the ground.
Kill me! End this! At least HawK is having some fun. Nova, right click, bye bye, Archmage. And that's the GG. Happy continues the dominance.
Yep. Well done by Happy, and not bulletproof enough. When we saw in these early games, those were bulletproof, and it seems like that's what you need against Happy. You can allow him no opening. You can allow for no mistakes. You cannot be allowed to slow down in your tech, in your transitions. And that game, well, not perfect enough. And the lead for Happy.
So, CH is HawK's pick. Brings Happy a little further away from his base. After this, we have Foggy in the second semifinal against the surprise entrance into the Final Four, Lil DC. But first of all, Happy has to close this out. Our admin soon is hosting. We thank, of course, once again our wonderful admin team who, I guess again, hosted a flawless tournament with 150 people. So proud of these guys.
Yeah, doing a great job. Every week, week after week. Thank you guys so much.
Back to back to back. My personal back to back to back to back to back to back to back champions.
Did you count on your fingers?
Nah. I might have missed a week, but I'm still proud of you guys.
Yeah, Concealed Hill, our second map. Is this where HawK goes back to the one base play? Because of course, as we know, this is the hardest expansion map.
Yeah. So we gotta get rid of some observers. All right. So the Russian streaming elite is in. Wakadaka is hot, right?
Yes.
Okay. There's also Reforged TV. I haven't heard about them in ever. Seems legit.
I think they're new. They're streaming in German, actually.
What?
Yeah. Oh, for a second there, I thought, is this going to be the Pally Rifles? Perhaps HawK was considering that for a moment as well. Peasant seemingly was going towards the tree line, but no. Early Ultra it is. Standard AM opening. Most likely, it was TH who very, very rarely here played MK first with a tier 2 expansion. But it's been a while since he tried with that. And HawK in the past used to play MK first a lot, but that's a long time ago as well. It's like 2015, 16.
Yeah.
Nowadays, all about that Archmage.
Yeah, I
You've
can't
been
say
casting for
anything.
almost 9 hours, Neil.
Yeah, a little bit of a break in between, but absolutely.
Yeah.
Started at 12 with the New Year's Cup, and we will do pretty much the same tomorrow with the finals of the New Year's Cup and the Comrades in Arms 2-on-2 Cup. We love 2-on-2. They have new maps. They have $300 prize pool. It's a community-driven cup. And then back to Warcraft is there.
Yeah, the break was really good to have something to eat, because otherwise we would start talking about food about right now.
Dude, I don't want to start this, but I'm so hungry.
Really?
I had
Did you have something to eat earlier?
a sausage or something. That's not enough. I kind of skipped groceries today, which turns out wasn't the greatest idea.
Oh, that's the wrong day for that, Neil.
Yep, I know.
But tomorrow is pizza time.
But I'm a trooper, you know? There's burgers waiting for me downstairs. That's good. And I'm
homemade burgers?
yeah.
Nice.
I'm smelling it all the time. It's torture.
How do you do your burgers?
Medium. And with bacon and with cheese.
Yeah, ingredients. I mean, bacon and cheese and nothing else.
Yeah, I mean.
So the heart attack burger.
I mean, some lettuce is involved for
Tomatoes,
for the color. Yeah, tomatoes,
pickles,
cucumbers,
onions.
not pickles, normal cucumbers. Like normal salad, of course.
What did you say to tomatoes?
Cucumbers, not pickles. I don't like pickles.
No. Tomatoes. Do you do
Yes.
tomatoes?
Yes.
Okay.
I know.
I love tomatoes. I know some people who actually hate tomatoes. When I heard that the first time, I was like, dude, how can you hate tomatoes? That's
Yeah.
like saying I hate drinking water. It's
Yeah,
just
for some
it's
people it
just
feels weird somehow. I know a story about Mio where he ordered a cheeseburger, eliminated the meat from the cheeseburger because he's a vegetarian and had just the bun with cheese.
Oh, that's gross. Why didn't he order a veggie burger?
I think that wasn't a thing back then. Or there was a break where there was no veggie burger. I guess it was about to.
Dude, cheeseburger is already in its normal state hard enough to eat, but oh my goodness.
Desperate times, man. Desperate measures. Thank you, Keku Beaver, for the 8-month resub. Cat W less than 3.
There we go. It's back.
Why do people torture me so much?
Happy did get level 2 already as he took out a scouting footman, but that required quite a bit of mana usage. Gets another kill there with the coil, but that was the last one, so perhaps it's going to be an easy overseer now for HawK. DK chasing one more peasant. But that's only one peasant lost. That's actually surprisingly good.
All about that big
concealed.
one. There's no coil available. Needs the right clicks.
Happy he's not allowed to get this, and he doesn't.
Ooh, that was big. Still needs a skeleton. Exactly one. That is level 3. Oh, that's a good early so far. Second peasant died, still okay. But he can't really allow more skeletons to be raised. Oh, nice save so far. There we go.
Happy greedy wants to get both peasants. Gets one. Not another one. Was that 4 peasant kills again?
In the end,
probably.
I guess so, yes. Let's see. Yeah, 3 workers remaining.
Yeah. That is the thing about concealed. Even if the undead doesn't come in with that much pressure, it's still all your creeps or all your peasants are hurt from the creeps. Takes forever to take out. Receive a lot of damage from that overseer. But it's better than AZ. And the lumber especially is looking good for HawK. He's going to be able to attack really fast.
Needs maybe a couple more towers and faster arcanes. You cannot allow these skeletons to reign. But HawK is leaving all his footmen behind, listening to you, your advice from game 2, not sending your army away to creep more, but to defend, to not lose more time. Archmage forcing some damage onto this fiend, but more importantly, Happy arrives in the north again.
But why is the AM in the south? What's he doing? Just getting one fiend to half HP? This is... Oh, but he gets the surround of the fiend in the north. That's the big deal. Okay. That's a very nice find. But it's again the arcane falling. Whew, that was almost a second surround. Alright, arcane stays up. But that's more peasants dying. That's the expansion severely delayed. All because the AM isn't there.
Damage isn't here from the fiend, so the tower is finally up. That's so good against the skeletons now. Archmage still dealing some damage to the ghouls.
The arcane falls, and that's level 3, and the expansion is still not up.
Second
fiend dies as well.
And he delays tier 3, doesn't he? With the Archmage.
Yeah, he also cancels Ziggurat, so no statues. Well, I guess Happy can make some because the fiends died.
Sorry for the camera work, by the way. There's so much going on at the same time.
So, big damage taken by both, actually.
Yeah. Isn't this better for HawK?
I'm not sure.
Like, tier 3 is such a power gain for the undead, which makes it possible to kill expansions. And HawK is kind of mining. I mean, he's not teching either, but with Defend Footmen, you should be able, with a lot of Defend Footmen, you should be able to hold on until there's Orb and Destroyers.
Yeah, HawK should really start teching the main. He could have started teching a long time ago. And again, no arcane in the main. The greed.
Thank you, Tsucky McTuck, for the 5-month resub, and Steam Plague for the tier 1 sub as well. Much love.
Footman numbers are at least looking very good, but I bet he doesn't have defend yet.
Nope. Not that I'm aware of. Now. Can he get the third surround? That's Thorthane style. Nope.
No, AM trading hits with the Lich. That's dangerous. Yep. Exactly because of this.
There can't be a shop. No, there's not. There's fountains. Okay.
And that's another small mistake. You shouldn't be trading hits with a glitch like that. Of course, you know, easy for me to say, oh, that's a mistake, HawK. But it's so many things happening all over the place. It's so hard to play perfectly.
And now Nova, no defend.
Yeah. And no AM to come in and help. So it's literally just footman.
Infi made it work a couple of times, but Infi is Infi. Instead, you untouched. Oh, this is... I mean, if you have a micro like Happy, this is so easy now.
A player's forces are under attack.
But the footies are still buying time, as there's only 2 fiends here. It's really not much damage towards these footies. AM in the main again. And Happy didn't go for a single tower. That's quite greedy.
All the ghouls hurt, but Happy moves them back in... almost in time. He needs to scout for Happy's retreat. He needs to know... Okay, he does. Staff home. Quite a cool game.
Yep. HawK stays alive. After scary, scary moments.
Tier 2 about to be finished. 2 water elemental, more experience. Not level 2 lich, but close. Happy needs some time to recover. And that is time for HawK to breathe, finally. Footy numbers still good.
Yeah, lumber seems to be the issue here for HawK. He's arriving on tier 2. Only with 100 lumber. That's immediately going to go into the MK, so he's basically got nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and the merchant HawK's going to get creep jacked. He reacts quickly.
No TP, no potion. Way in time.
Koilnova could have been his end if he wasn't looking.
Quite a tense situation, I feel. HawK is finishing towers. 3 at the same time. And Happy
is getting close to his big power spike. Tier 3 is done. Can go for the orb now with backpack. Or a telestaff with a DK. That also works.
There's no backpack yet. Yeah. Okay, got it. Runs into a footman army.
HawK going for the counterattack style, much like Infi did. Infi did it with Blizzard, though.
Yeah. It's completely missing so far. Mountain King is coming, but it's far-ish away. And Destroy upgrade. This is gonna render all the footmen useless. Lich can't reach, so no Nova, no slowing down this Archmage, and the Mountain King is here. Stormbolt surround.
Yeah, normally Happy's really good at splitting up his army and being effective in 2 places at the same time. But this Lich and Fiends have kind of been wasting their time this last minute or so.
Yeah, no level 3 Lich. He got the Pit Lord. This is now dangerous. Call Nova.
Heal pot, dude! Oh my god.
Remo heart rate increases. As we are halfway to tier 3. HawK is making this a lot more competitive than it was on AZ.
Circlet saved his life, otherwise he would have been dead.
Mana stealing. Workshop number 1, workshop number 2. Looks like Knight's Gyros again.
What's that lumber mill by HawK in the main? Is he gonna wall this off with double lumber mill? That would be weird. But again, Happy. He's not pressuring either base, and now he's running back again. DK staffs home, and the rest of the army walks back. This is still a victory for HawK. Alleviating pressure from his bases.
Yeah, you can't allow Happy to let him play his game. Bye-bye. You need to do some base dives, I feel. If he plays just his game with his pressure, you will fall.
Pitlord hasn't been able to kill any peasants or buildings yet, but creeping has been achieved a little as he hits level 2 here. Level 3 for the Lich. That's a big one. With Rain of Fire plus Nova, attacking bases is very effective. HawK getting ready for the counterattack again. Ooh, MK stuck in the main, didn't set the rally point properly.
There's no staff. Yikes. Level 3 Lich now, plus orb, happy, no sign of a counter expansion. We get tanks. HawK is playing tanks for the first time in a while, if I remember this correctly. I can't remember HawK playing tanks.
Yeah, it's been forever. Forever.
But 2 workshop tanks, is that enough?
Inventory on the Pitlord looking pretty good.
Yes.
Plus 10 strength. Opening up the middle gold mine. That could be potential expansion position for Happy. Level 3 Pitlord. Is it cleave or how?
It's Rain of Fire.
Rain of Fire 2? Oh, really?
It makes sense. It does damage against mechanical units and
Players'
towers.
forces are under attack.
We don't really need Howl, right? I mean,
Yeah. I forgot about the rain for a second.
because we haven't seen Rain of Fire in forever. And then Happy introduced it to this matchup.
Was initially Lucifer coming up with this strat a long time ago when we still played Ancient Isles.
Oh, wait, that's, yeah, forgotten.
AM in a dangerous position. He will have to TP out of this.
But he gets this. Will he get the ziggurat? He kind of needs the ziggurat. Mass repair. And so this keeps Happy unsupply stuck. Yeah, 2 tanks, man. It's. I keep saying this for years. 2 tanks is not a number.
2 is not a
Players'
number?
forces are
No.
under attack.
No?
Oh.
Okay. Gonna have to inform the mathematicians.
Ooh, that would change a lot. Poor fellas. They're gonna be busy.
The map is getting emptied little by little. We have very few camps left, and that is not what the Pally and MK like to see. Both with 0 experience so far.
Yeah. We get Knight upgrades, we get Sundering Blades, Rune Bracers, nice for the undead heroes against Stormbolt Holy Light. So is he piling up more tanks? We see 2, 3, 4. Now we're talking. The upgrades, 0-1 only. 0-2 coming.
Little baby steps here for this MK and Pally. Double wagon already in the main.
Ooh.
And a fiend patrolling in the back against Zeppelin. Happy is so defensively positioned.
It's always like this, man. He loses 2 times to a strategy, and he knows what to do. Coil Nova, right clicks. There is no staff. There is no orb. There is no rescue. Oh, there was a staff actually.
He wasn't quite in range. DK hits level 5 now. Oh my goodness. This AM. This AM. Coil Nova. Dude, you need to be careful.
He has a potion. Mountain King level 2 finally. Destroyer out of the air. Couple of knights on the ground. 76 supply. 20 supply lead for HawK. If not now, then when?
Quite a bit of that is going to die though, with the tanks dying in the main and the MK also dying in the middle of the map. Coil Nova hurts. AM might feel that as well. Has to move. So many things happening on 3 different screens basically. Tanks, the Rain of Fire is taking them out. Surprisingly effective here. Pitlord with that hits his level 4. And with that, Cleave level 2.
Oh man. Next, like, expansion up for Happy. Tanks not effective. Not in the main, not at the expansion. Nice split by Happy. We had to focus on the main fight. Of course, DK running forward, wants more experience. And all of a sudden, he closed that gap. It was 20 supply. It's now 4 supply difference.
A player's forces are under attack.
Knights have 2 armor upgrades. They have Sundering Blades and Animal War Train, but the hero levels That's what HawK doesn't have, and that's what he needs. But how to get that now? We basically don't have any creeps left on the map.
No.
And armor is good, but doesn't help against cleave. So with that pit lord, it's actually a good answer against knights available as well.
We staff back with the Lich to take out the gyros. They prevent the ziggurats. Flying machine bombs is just... yeah, it's not good.
This is also something Happy learned from the series against Infi. Staffs, how important they are in 2-base versus 2-base.
It feels like
Players' forces are under
Infi
attack.
became his teacher in both matchups versus human and orc.
Yeah, true.
I mean, not on purpose, of course, from Infi's side, but...
Yeah. You do learn most from your losses. It is true.
So we should stop saying sorry for your loss?
Dude. Not that kind of loss.
Ah. Yeah, Pit Lord level 4. That's kind of rare.
The Lich has 0 damage items on him. That's very rare to see.
XP difference is 2,000.
Yeah, that's a problem.
A player's forces are
That
under
That's like a level. That's a level 5 hero, right? 2,000 experience. Yeah, that's a full.
In level 6.
No, that's level 6 hero. That's a full level 6 hero difference.
It's like 6k gold for HawK though.
An 80 supply. This is probably the only chance that HawK has now with a big supply lead. Way weaker heroes, but more units. Can
So
that
many
do
militia
it for
called
him?
as well.
A player's
1,000 gold in the
forces are
main.
under attack.
Happy TP's in, has a meat wagon ready. Is he jumping on him? Oh, he indeed does. Fiends are caught by these knights, instantly taking... No, of course not instantly taking him out because there is coil. Now dies, but the rain of fire hits pretty much everything. These peasants are meaningless. Oh, Stormbolt surrounding the Pit Lord, but there's so many coils.
Lich could go over, transfer the invul perhaps as well. Pit Lord is freed once more. Heal scroll coming in from HawK. That was his first one. There's a second one actually. And the Knights, when they do connect with their 1-3 upgrades, are very effective against these fiends and of course have tons of armor. But the Pit Lord's cleave trying to work against it, along with the Nova. The splash damage is starting to stack up. HawK still patiently holding on to the heal scroll. Happy kiting back towards the main. The tanks trying to be dealt with the wagon. But that one gets taken out as well. More fiends are dying. HawK, perhaps this is his chance now to still win this game. Or is it he's running away as Happy has still mana points to use. And the strong heroes, of course. More and more work being put in by them. Pit Lord, the big tank in the front line. With the frost armor, he has no fear.
HawK just wants the fiends. HawK just wants experience, and that's the right way. That's the most efficient thing he does. The knights are super powerful, but for how much longer? Staff is on cooldown, can't save them. Lich is about to be level 5, and knights give quite some experience. Stormbolt long range, but that was the last one, and it's not level 3.
Happy is losing some units, but seemingly not enough units. Still plenty of fiends out who have 3-1 upgrades themselves, by the way. Super highly upgraded. And L5 now for the Lich with that one gyro kill. One tank is still remaining, but Happy has been repairing against this damage the whole time, so the tank will be taken out, and the expansion is still standing. And that may have been HawK's biggest chance to win this game.
So what now? A ghoul is taking care of the long range, long distance mining peasants. Happy is still mining in the base. He's on 2 bases. HawK's main is dry. Expansion 3,700. Happy is so sick. How big was the supply lead? 15? 12 for HawK going into the fight?
Yeah, I mean, some of that was tanks, but yeah, still. Big lead for HawK. And now the lead seems to have all but evaporated. Did he retrain?
To Blizzard? No.
No, I don't think so. Main base, main gold mine, expired.
Maybe that is the one thing that Infi did that HawK didn't follow on. Switch to Blizzard.
Yep. And we saw how effective that was. Not so much in the super late game, but rather in the mid game. Effectively forcing the undead back over and over.
Yeah. Thank you, Abeninsky, for the 6-month resub. Half a year, new sub badge for you. Congrats. Double invo potion now for HawK, but resources are limited. This is probably the last time he's ever gonna go to 80 supply again. Invests into 2-3 upgrades on knights now.
But he needs heal scrolls. He has one. I think he needs a second. It's a level 3 Nova. That's so strong against knights.
Yep. The Pit Lord, by the way, 1,325 HP. That is a lot. He will not be killed. Okay, knights have to carry this. HawK in high upkeep. Question is for how long? 2 tanks being dealt with quite easily. They can't distract.
Rain of Fire against the militia. That's a ton of damage.
So much
With a
XP.
Nova combined. Big kills going Happy's way right away.
A player's
Lich is pretty low mana, but could even make use of Dark Ritual if he wanted to. Keep some fiends. Oh, the Pit Lord is getting focused. Is that the right target, HawK? I don't think so.
15 armor on top of this. How much EHP is that? It's surreal. Knights all low. The AoE is overwhelming. Lich now right-click. Archmage in trouble. No TP. Has an invo potion. Gets the Holy Light as well. Knight still following. He finally gets some kills and Happy again misses a coil as we've seen in the game against 1-2-0. But nice micro in the north. He's running away and at the same time dealing damage, resulting into 2 Knight kills.
The Lich is low HP and there's no more coils to use. This could be a Stormbolt kill potential. But again, it's only level 1 Stormbolt. HawK is
mana.
just not finding enough kills.
Full mana on the Mountain King. Where are the Stormbolts? Level 5 Pit Lord.
All the knights are dead pretty much.
Yep.
There's one single one remaining.
Happy started this fight with a 16 supply deficit. He is now equal.
But Happy TPs to the Expo.
are under attack.
Saving 2 fiends, very low HP, trying to deal with the knights. DK level 6.
Unholy Aura 3. Would love to see some Unholy Knights, but yeah. In the meantime, he was expanding as well. HawK could take this one out though. There's no Necropolis. He can't TP. This level 3
Ghouls with
cleave.
the
by
aura
the
so
way.
fast, they look like frenzy ghouls.
HawK was that the neck breaker?
I think so. HawK's, as you said, never gonna get to 80 supply again. And to make matters worse, his natural's about to mine out. What is that? Maybe 2 more minutes or something, and then that's it. No more income for HawK. Pally did get level 3. MK didn't. But mostly it's the army. Way too few knights at this point.
A sick slaughter on CH. So much died. But in the end, it's the undead prevailing. Most likely with a 2-0 once again. Oh, killed some fiends here in this early moments.
Level 5, AM level up. Did we only see a single destroyer this game, by the way?
I think so, yes.
That's also something that perhaps against Infi he didn't do properly, going too heavy on Destros.
Gold mine
We
is
had
gonna
one
be
destroyer earlier, but that, yeah, perhaps may have been the only one. I think HawK knows what's up here.
Yeah.
He's losing more and more army. Going up against 2 base undead now with insanely high hero levels. The Pally is in deep trouble! He has Divine Shield though. That saves him at least for 15 seconds.
Brilliant aura.
Yeah.
3 it is for mass mana. Archmage dies. That's gotta be it. Happy seals the deal and goes into his 7th consecutive Rising Star Grand Final without dropping a map this time.
Last Rising Star, he won the tournament without dropping a map, by the way.
A player's forces are under attack.
Paladin getting run down. Tanks getting taken out. This is it!
Not yet. Divine Shield prevents the inevitable. HawK is not willing to tap out. Mountain King will die without Brilliance Aura. Even the human spells can't do anything.
Lich level 6. His ultimate also not too impactful.
Surround on the DK, there's no TP, but Lich arrives and the damage is too high. Let it rain. Paladin dead. Mountain King follows. Triple kill for Happy. GG. The Russian Emperor stays on the throne. Man, HawK was trying a lot. I don't know if the 2 tank timings are really the best thing. Apart from that, he stepped up his game massively and brought us some great fights in this. An absolute slaughter on Concealed Hill. 2 level 6 heroes, 1 level 5 Pit Lord. We don't see that all the time.
Yeah, was a fun game, but Happy once again superior. Happy had a disappointing performance yesterday, not making it out of the group stage in the Chinese New Year Cup, but seemingly unfazed here amongst the Europeans in the grand final again. And the question is, who's going to follow him? Fongy or Lil DC? It's going to be one of those two.
Before we go into a little break, we have another donation. Thank you, Flaw Waffles. €5 donation. Looking forward to next week. I have some good questions prepared. You will start to hate this guy as well. He has the most horrendous questions for Jannis Cannis / No Problemo for Remo. And Parallel GG for the 15-1-3 sub. Thank you very much. And now we go into a little break before the second semi-final starts. Foggy versus Little DC, Ukraine versus Sweden. See you in a bit.